like a giant or tower of stones. Red mountain, all rumbles and moans. It tosses and turns, pray it won't wake. And then without warning, the ground starts to shake. As the world ends, the ground starts to shake. So heft a flask and say a prayer, Red Mountain's about to explode. Have a drink, but be aware it's doom the mountain forebodes. Lift a glass and curse the day, Red Mountain's about to burst. Drink all your cares away, who wants to die with a thirst?
It's clear.
You're bleeding. You should have Dolcettas heal that for you.
He's still drained from all the spells he cast down in the caves. I'm fine. If we get out of this and nobody needs it more, I'll take the last potion of healing. Where's Morvir?
Here I am. But why I'm the one carrying the heavy load is beyond me. I always thought the advantage of dungeon delving with a great barbarian was that he carried all the loot.
If I carried that, my hands would be too full to fight. And tell me if I'm wrong, but not one of the three of you has enough magicka reserve to make it out of here alive. Not after you electrified and blasted those homunculuses down below ground.
Homunculi.
Don't worry. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do.
What's that?
Kill all of you and take the treasure for myself? Admit it. You thought I had that in mind.
What a perfectly horrible thought. I never thought anyone, no matter how vile and degenerate.
Why not?
He needs porters, like he said. He can't carry the chest and fight off the inhabitants of Eldengrove both.
By Stendar, of all the mean, conniving, typically Argonian.
And why do you need me alive?
I don't necessarily, but you're prettier than the other two. For a smooth skin, that is. And if something comes after us, it might go after you first. Go check that out!
It's probably a wolf. These woods are filled with them. You go check it out.
You have a choice, Inzaliah. Go and you might live. Stay and you definitely won't. The King of Sylvanar will pay good money for the mail, and we can divide it more nicely between 3 than 4.
You're so right.
You had some magicka reserved after all.
So did you. Are they dead?
Yes, though luckily the potion of healing wasn't broken when he fell. I guess that leaves just the two of us to collect the reward.
We can't make it out of here without each other, like it or not.
Let me see if I understand. You had a little bit of magicka left, so you elected to use it to make Skiavis the ghost's target, thus forcing me to use my limited reserve to destroy the creature, ensuring that I wouldn't be more powerful than you. That's first-rate thinking.
Thank you. It's only logical. Do you have enough power left to cast any other spells?
Oh, of course. An experienced battle mage always knows a few minor but highly effective spells for just such a trial. I trust that you, too, have a few tricks left up your sleeve.
Of course, like you said. Just as an intellectual exercise, I wonder what spell you would cast at me if we made it out of here without any more combat.
I hope you're not implying that I would dream of killing you. To take the treasure all for myself?
Of course not. Nor would I do that to you. It's simply an intellectual exercise.
Well, in that case, purely as an intellectual exercise, I would probably cast a leech spell on you to drain your life force and replenish my own. After all, there are brigands on the road between here and Sylvanar, and a wounded battle mage with a valuable artifact would make a tempting target. I'd hate to survive Eldengrove merely to die out in the open.
It's a well-reasoned response. As for myself, again, not saying I would ever do this, but I think a simple, sudden electrical bolt would serve my purposes admirably. I agree about the danger of brigands, but don't forget, we have a potion of healing. I could easily slay you and heal myself to full capacity.
That's very true. It would end up a question then of whose spell was more effective in that instant. If I were to leech your life force merely to be crippled by your lightning bolt, we might both end up dead. Or at least so near death that a mere potion of healing would scarcely help either one of us, let alone both. How ironic it would be if two scheming battle mages, I'm not saying that we are scheming, but for the purposes of this intellectual exercise, were left on the brink of death, completely drained of magicka, with only one potion to choose from. Who would get it then?
Logically, whoever drank it first, which in this case would be you, since you're holding it. Now, what if one of us were injured, but not killed?
Logic would dictate that a scheming battle mage would take the potion for himself, leaving the wounded party to the mercy of the elements, I suppose.
That does seem most sensible. But suppose that these battle mages, well, certainly scheming types, had a certain respect for one another. Perhaps, in that case, the victorious one might put the potion up a tree near his or her gravely wounded victim. Then, when the wounded party had enough magicka replenished, he or she could levitate to the tree branches and recover the potion. By then, the victorious battle mage would have already collected the reward.
I understand what you're saying, but it seems out of character for our hypothetical scheming battle mage to allow his or her victim to live.
Perhaps, but it's been my experience that most scheming battle mages prefer the feeling of having bested someone in combat, leaving that person alive to live with the humiliation.
These hypothetical scheming battle mages seem... Oh, daylight. Do you see it? We made it!
Indeed.
What do we have here? Don't you know it ain't safe to be out on the road, all sick like you are? Why don't we help you with your load?
Please, leave me alone.
Come on, spellcaster. Fight us for it.
I can't. I'm too weak.
Where is our mistress, Swit?
Here I am.
Hypothetically, what if a battle mage cast a spell on another that didn't harm him at once, but slowly drained him of life force and magicka, so that he would feel confident in leaving a potion of healing behind?
most treacherous battle mage she'd be.
And hypothetically, would she be likely to help her fallen foe so that she could enjoy the humiliation of him continuing to live?
In my experience, hypothetically, no. She doesn't sound like a fool.
Ah! No! Oh!
The treasure is ours, just like you planned.
And a special bonus for all our troubles.
This calls for celebration.
To Inzalaya! Our bandit queen who easily outsmarted those 3 foolhardy sellswords.
Knock back a fiery flint amidst the smoke and ash. Drain the flask of whiskey, we'll be drunk in a flash. Let's guzzle some drama amidst the fire and fumes. Take back the jar of liquor, let inebriation bloom. As the world ends, let inebriation bloom. So heft the glass, can say a prayer, and mouth's about to explode. Have a drink, but be aware it's doom the mouth forebodes. Lift a glass and curse the day, Red Mountain's about to burst. Drink all your cares away, who wants to die with a thirst?
Not me.
Die with a thirst.